Oh, big accident at the Rettifilio.
This will be a red flag, almost certainly. Huge impact.
Watching it all unfold, Aman going defensive, down to the inside, and then the driver looking to make places is Nikhil Bora. Big crash! Oh, dearie me, there's an MP Motorsport car, as well as they head down through towards the next chicane. It is indeed Emerson Fittipaldi Jr., Michael Beloff! Oh, goodness me, a collision there with Marcus Aman, got in tight to the Rogier, spinning it from that of Noah Stromstead. They head through towards turn 1 and 2. He takes the escape though, leaves it late, locks up, contact! Oh, Joshua Dirksen! Switches to the inside straight away as well. Looks for the move into turn 1. Does he go in deep? Does he go in tight? Ramos is round. Belinsky avoids him. Looks like it might have been. Oh no, not Giovanni Maschio. I do apologise. Matthias Sagazetta representing our race as well. Looking and asking for yet another challenge. Now down into second place as we now capture another moment. And on this occasion, heading into the goal, a spin. Oh! Big collision. Tom Leben, unfortunately, coming a cropper, and also
Halsman, as they come across the straight for the first time. One car, one of the PHM cars, into the wall, locks up the front right, but the pole goes through and he's got the race lead. It looks as though Nicola Lacorte has gone straight through the chicane, but the field make their way through the first chicane, up into the Roger chicane for the first time. Alfio Spinner. Oh, and there's contact big time. The second accident in 2 days for none David Bidambakti. Take a look at this. There's Gianmarco Pradell. Alfio Spinner with the right rear broken. Enzo Deligny smash airborne from the French-American. Takes out one of the cram cars. And upside down, that's Davide Larini. Dominguez goes through. Alfio Spinner with a broken car 9. Tries to pull off Enzo Deligny. A huge crash for the Brazilian-Belgian. And Peebles going straight ahead down through the chicane. The Cram Motorsport team.
Non sono riuscito a capire che cosa sia successo a Ciccio Lamazza. Vediamo, c'è un Audi che taglia, l'Audi di Stuvi, che qui c'era già Ciccio Lamazza che aveva il problema, aveva toccato. Iniziano a scarseggiare, vediamo che cosa è successo. Si sono toccate le due vetture in variante, dovrebbero esserci problemi, sì, però non ci dovrebbe essere attenzione che per evitarla.
L'ultima scelta, perché oggigiorno la verità è che
vedete altri problemi per la Porsche della PS Performance. Il vecchio del gruppo in effetti ha 23 anni, Tommaso Mosca su tamburini, si toccano le due vetture, era la lotta. Keegan Master mantiene il primo posto con la vettura di Iaquinta che è andata dritta dopo aver toccato leggermente quella di Keegan Master. Poi c'è la solita confusione.
Amati
Zaccaria con Giorgio Amati, vedete, guardate. Su Riccardo Agostini, ci prova ancora una volta all'esterno, ma si toccano, ha rotto la sospensione anteriore destra il pilota calabrese. Il gioco di Ten Verde ha eliminato se stesso e intanto c'è la brutta toccata. Adesso rivediamo che cosa succede. Oddio mio, questa è un testacoda da parte di Enrico Fulgenzi che deve aver avuto decisamente un problema in frenata. Non so se è partito un pneumatico o c'è stato qualcosa. Qui invece la vettura di Niemmi. Tutti quanti comunque vediamo Lorenzo Agostini e poi si toccano, hanno toccato Enrico Fulgenzi che va all'esterno della roggia, l'americano che ci ha lasciato tutto lo splitter all'interno.
Ma non solo, avete visto l'erba davanti alle prese d'aria, quindi insomma questo non farà certo bene. Per darsi un po' più di accelerazione in uscita, questo verrà notato e probabilmente sanzionato.
In variante non siamo riusciti a comprendere chi fosse. Qui c'è la Slutsky e vediamo che cosa è successo alla prima curva. Tutto regolare per quanto riguarda i primi 6 o 7, c'è stato Fernandez che è stato coinvolto in un incidente, poi passa
Poloni
la
purtroppo
vettura,
toccato, era stato
Poloni,
il più veloce,
sì.
ha corso le libere, colpito.
Qui non è ancora aggiornata la classifica sui nostri monitor e qui c'è stata ancora un'altra toccata.
Scherzerai.
Grazie, dispiace per Nataloni, e qui invece c'è
Pellegrini con Park, ed è arrivata lì proprio nel contatto con l'Audi del
tutte
pilota.
e due le vetture danneggiate.
Del
Peccato
Motorsport.
per Pellegrini, perché è uno dei grandi protagonisti nella classifica che è riservata ai gentleman.
Come diceva, guardiamo intanto l'incidente qui.
Qui adesso bisogna aspettare.
Taglia l'ingresso e si trova a tamponare Brusa.
Sì, proprio ha esagerato. È costretto a tagliare. C'è stato anche un taglio da parte della vettura di Dennis Pabuin, poi un'altra toccata con Scamardi e ancora.
E poi qui con la doppia bandiera gialla.
Botto. Sì, però stanno esagerando, soprattutto in presenza di bandiere gialle e doppie. Guardiamo l'incidente, che cosa è successo. Sì, insomma, il povero Ielmini credo che non avesse alcun tipo.
Ed Eilberg che prende il comando in curva 1, tira la staccata Davide Uboldi, riesce però Eilberg a prendere il comando, costretto Young a tagliare col testa-coda anche della vettura di Menxner, un po' più staccato Ferri, che però è stato bravo nel recuperare. E attenzione, bandiera gialla, come dicevi tu, safety car.
Sì, ma è successa una cosa brutta.
Rientra in box la vettura di sicurezza, riparte la corsa con Roccadelli negli scarichi, il Davide Uboldi che però dà giustamente il ritmo. Attenzione, contatto.
Sta guardando.
Ecco il replay proprio della ripartenza, intanto col contatto, è arrivato brutto tra l'altro, lì in uscita dalla parabolica con Ferri che ha colpito il posteriore di Sonia Roussel.
Ma Sonia Roussel ha distrutto la macchina. Sì, ha distrutto veramente la macchina perché ha sbattuto a una velocità.
Replay, vediamo proprio.
L'ha tamponato, ha avuto una tamponata. Sì.
Che prova l'affondo anche nei confronti di Alistair Young, e prova la doppietta anche con Menxner, che però chiude la traiettoria in Ascari, il testa-coda e il contatto da parte di Linus Eilberg.
Assolutamente, sono nato in Formula 1.
Pensa, disappunto comprensibile da parte di Matteo Roccadelli, che ha di Monza.
Yeah, this oh my god, a big lunge into Melbourne Heaven and contact. No, that is going to be race-ending contact, I believe, for the number 7.
Has got the lead. They turn through Redgate Corner for the first time. Already wings going, flying cars off through the gravel trap. That didn't take long, Piers.
Yeah. Oh no, there's an absolute smorgasbord of cars left, right and centre with body work everywhere. Hopefully everyone actually was all just... They're saying that the slipstream is so powerful that he might not be able to defend this time, and slots back in.
Oh no!
Oh, big contact, and that is going to be more contact. No!
Yates into Clark after contact with Henshaw, and that could have been a lot bigger actually than very late on the brakes from Casely as he tries to get that second place back through Redgate Corner. That means that Chance has the lead. There's a spin further back, one car heading to the right hand side of the road. Tom Woods, who almost bangs wheels with him, and then again nearly as they turn into the apex. There's contact further back though, 2 cars off into the gravel trap. Ashley Gaunt is going backwards.
Managed to fend off one of them into turn 1 and then midway round, but where did that contact begin to take place? Well, it was that midfield pack. I don't know what the problem with the...
Haven't been tagged by Charles Weird's car. Let's just have a look. No, he was further back, but he got involved with Christopher Mees, didn't he? We don't yet see is the demise of Gregoire de Moustier. There are other battles going on, and there is de Moustier being spat off the road.
Yeah, he just got tagged in the rear.
Gorini in the Porsche is ahead of Salens, who dives up the inside, kapow. That gets rid of the Porsche. Salens accelerates out of the corner. The Oregon cars of Alessandro Mainetti. In 8th place, Abby Eaton. 9th is Cabiru, and there's all the dramas in replay that kicked off at the top of the circuit. And this is how Patrick Kuyler saw it all. It's kind of all happened ahead of it. Everyone checks up to avoid making contact. The car twitches a little bit. And Jim Plant to the outside, they touch. That breaks the suspension on Bolger's car. That's him done. Coming up to the checkered flag, so out of turn 13, down through the gears, and all of a sudden around it goes. Now, was that a whack in the back? I think it was. Matthew Michelotto, Italian GT champion, he's right there with them as they dive down towards turn 1. Bit of contact, Dan Arrow's blue car in the middle of all of that. He goes around, others scatter in avoidance, but there 54 Jason Keats now gets a bit of contact, and that's where he disappears off the road. Contact by the look of it with 77, and comes up the inside. Oh, and he gets a big whack in the back, and that just shoveled him out of the way. I think that was people slowing for the safety car instruction. He's doing his best to get up with the leading gaggle again. There is the incident in question. So it was Vossos that got into the back of Rostam. Let's have another look. As yes, it was Casalbon right into the back of him. It was all a bit brutal, to say the very least. And Feligioni.
Fuji, the car was sidelined, unfortunately, as this battle goes on. Sideways, just tagged Eric Kay. Let's hope he gets through that one. Take a look and see what's happened in the replay. So Jason Lowe's dive down the inside. Yeah, we were just talking about that. Vision is very difficult to mind, and that was the kicker. Unfortunately, contact. Darwin's doing his level best to try and make up a position. Oh, here we go. No, it wasn't. Moroni had no idea that Xingwei Zhu was up the inside, just got tagged. Again, it's that low driving position.
で、さらにここは接触がありましたね。加藤、そして PR ですね。くるっと1回転。
接触があったでしょうか。そうですね。接触があって
おそらくね。おそらくそうですね。
ですね。オーバースピードでこのマルセ入っちゃったかもしれませんね。ドラゴン選手避けきれずに接触、外に行った斉藤真希夫選手は佐野勇気も4番手で行ったでしょうか。さあその接触があった。1台飛び出していったのはさてブレーキング、そうですね、78号車との接触、今田がスピンをしてその後ろのマシンが逃げていくような感じ。
Be good enough to get him into a position where he can think about Q2. Oh no! He's hit the wall! That is a big moment and a big accident.
It's down into turn 10, clipped the wall on the way in.
On the right-hand side.
It's sort of a curve behind the driver in front and then not doing your housekeeping properly.
RG Anderson in the middle, and then we've got our two female drivers. Molinaro sideways in the championship car gets launched. It goes in sideways. The McLaren goes over, gets launched. She's on a roof at the side of the track.
I think Henrik Hamstrup was just on the outside, and I think with a wheel on the grass or so, and the car speared across and then into the barriers. And yeah, big frontal impact there. Where
difficult to speculate from that point of view.
Yeah, race control thankfully have got lots and lots of different camera angles and of course data available to them as well. And there you can see all the, collected Matthias Moser, who safety car we get called now, all the way around the outside at the source. But he won't be able to carry enough momentum, and von Skeldermeyer has gone around. Thomas Gostner has been called out, and a couple of the other cars, including Thomas Loflad, I believe.
Good run here on the red car of Stuart Marsden, but Stuart's got the inside line as they head in towards the braking area at the source, and there's contact, I'm afraid. Paul Rogers and Stuart Marsden get together. And the overall race lead is also now under pressure. Cole Caver's being attacked by Faisal Al-Faisal, who makes contact with him and spins. And Cole Caver's, has he got a broken toe link?
Juan Martín Truco cuando hay una bloqueada por delante de ellos, propia de Cristian Ariel Ledesma, cuando hay trompo de Benvenuti. Sí, me daba la sensación de que era...
Quedó distanciado de Arduzzo y de Ursera. Friller comanda la fila número 3 por delante de
Magni y Ledesma venían complicados, esquívenlo muchachos, sale también el auto de Ciantini.
A ver, vamos a verlo atrás.
Ya viene, mirá,
Ciantini directamente el trompo.
Ciantini, Catalán Magni.
Claro, y van por la banquina para esquivar, y con la banquina se levanta mucha más tierra y la visibilidad se complica.
Fíjate,
se produce el ballet.
Claro, cómo se sube arriba del piano Catalán Magni.
El Torito Ferrante se le va a querer meter por adentro. No le va a tener que dejar la puerta del tubo. Gini afuera.
Otra vez
afuera Catalán Magni. Gini, Catalán Magni, Bonelli.
Adelante de Agrelo. Atrás, claro.
Claro, el neumático, ahí está.
Sí.
Se termina.
Pescar.
en esta carrera. Va Agustín Martínez por adentro, lo tocaron a Lugon, que está haciendo trompos en este momento y tienen que esquivarlo, muchachos, ahora. Ese sueño que tienen todos los pilotos cuando va Michelud, piso abajo, se lo llevó puesto a Escoltones y le pegaron a Juanchi Maceira, al Cojito Valle, se lo llevaron puesto.
Cambio de trayectoria, le cierra la puerta a González, que ahora intenta recuperar con Martín Chico, se engancha el ojo, es el puntero del campeonato. Chico por afuera, por el pasto, perdiendo terreno.
Tomó mucha distancia en el arranque mismo y los de atrás, fíjate lo lejos que van.
Se engancharon, Crates, que termina enganchándose. Se vienen para la horquilla. A ver qué sucede con Aubiña. Gran trabajo. Se engancharon a Piña. Golpe fuerte para la máquina de Rubén Loiácono. Ahí está la situación. Ahí se toca. Vamos a ver con quién se toca Capier, que es el motivo por el cual García sale en la confitería. No sé si con algún inconveniente. Hoy. Se terminan enganchando con Lestar, que es el que se cruza y sale para afuera. Sí. Y el segundo grupo que también se armó detrás de los que están peleando los primeros puestos.
Se le termina la pista a Martín. Y detrás, mirá, pegado a él, los dos pegados. Bastidas, Martín y Quevedo, Tambucci, los cuatro adelante, Fauré que estaba en el grupo. Mirá cómo se
montaron allí, Posiel, que termina por adelante ahora de Quevedo, golpe.
Los dos de Bahía Blanca.
Se engancharon Salvi. Ahí, sale Salvi para la parte interna, ojo cuando vuelve. Que no se lo lleve nadie por delante, lo pudieron esquivar, por suerte. Que esto se termina, viene moviéndose en la frenada, el auto del puntero se engancharon. Garbiglia que se monta en la rueda, que sale para afuera. Volpe también termina afuera. Se la en esta primera parte de la serie en este sector. Va Herrera por afuera, pero tiene que cuidarse. Se engancharon mal, lo volcaron de casualidad. Para un lado y para el otro sale hoy y terminan enganchándose también allí.
Muy bien, ahí tenemos. Sale uno para un lado, otro para otro.
Sí, se enganchan justo en el sector donde empiezan
a frenar
y
estos dos que se pegan después.
A la casa nuevamente de la punta. Y Nico Herrera, que cayó al cuarto lugar. Ahí viene complicado. El Panamá no lo puede mantener derecho. Coronel. Qué difícil. Y se terminan tocando en una zona rápida del circuito otra vez. Una incidencia complicada.
Viene Liston detrás.
Sí, señor. Vamos a ver si se puede recuperar el piloto de Cruz Alta. Ya se enganchó alguno. A la leca. Y hay auto de seguridad. Hay algunos que se están esquivando. Alguno levantaba antes que otro. Mirá, ¿ves? Eso cuando uno levanta, otro no. Alguno se dio cuenta. Sí, y Patricio Águila también participando de esa situación. El auto número 95.
Volviendo a sacar puntos, en este caso se pasa de largo.
Por ahora le pega la goma, no fue tan fuerte el golpe.
¿No? Bueno, sí. A ver qué pasa. Esto era con Faija, González, Costa, y me da la sensación que era el otro, no, de Ucedes que ya... Miniscalco, el 112 quedó cruzado también. Claro, Miniscalco sale para el lado interno.
Sí, ahí está.
Claro. Y esto era lo que pasaba con Sosa. Allí se engancharon dos autos. Volcó. Uno es lo de Madina, este es Madina el que casi lo tumba. Se quiere prender Mario Sagüez, también la bloqueada del de San Cayetano. Se tocaron con Melo y con Marchesín. Y afuera Melo. Atención porque dos protagonistas del campeonato.
Round the outside for Sebastian Porte. Can he get his braking right in the gold-fronted machine? The pole sitter goes long. And Matt Campbell has seeded the front row and there's a spin behind him.
Good luck for the rest of the race, Paul.
Thanks. He's going to take advantage. Then he gets nudged around by one of the BMWs. I think that was Philip.
Here's a look at the replay of turn one. Well, sort of. What happened here? We switched around. There's some little bit of.
And a problem for the number 96 BMW getting on the grass whilst battling that Turner Motorsport car. This is down at one of the action areas we've been talking about. They're coming through turn 12 into 13. And has just lost it on the exit. I've just seen Sheena Monk in the pit lane. That was incident responsibility. Hard to see whether that was on the ground. No, there was a touch earlier actually with 18 that pushed the high-class racing car. The Kelly Moss Porsche, the red and white version of the Kelly Moss Porsche from those cars. Hello to Pep and Piggy, who says, I think we've got car football. Tom Sargent and Will Martin have broken away from Jason Hart and Dan Clark, and down the inside there's almost contact. There is contact, and round goes Sargent. the need to defend almost on the white line and the pit wall as he goes down into turnaround and round the outside. There's carnage. 1, 2, 3, 4 cars
dragging along the bottom, but there was 3 wide going into turn 1. Tom Sargent taking the appropriate line through and aiming at the apex, but yes, 3 Porsches already there. Will Martin definitely getting a little bit feisty with a race leader, Riley Dickinson. This is going to give Kelly Moss a great opportunity to check up on Riley. Marco Chironi completely missing the breaking point.
Chelsea Nova out front, initiated in the front of Matt Field. Big, massive angle there for Chelsea Nova. Oh, we got contact. Holy cow. Yard sale. And that was a massive hit.
Too high, a little too early. That's going to be a really good groove later in the race, but just contact, and then Cindric just didn't expect him to be in the wall slowing up that much. And
corner exit, he tries to go the inside, just gets loose, overcorrects up into the 43, turns himself around, now down the back straightaway, contact right there and up the track. Big hit by the 51.
Yeah, it just comes up off the bottom. It's like Emmerling did. Emmerling in the first practice, he just went in the corner when he got ready to turn. This car just, something either, obviously.
See right here, drives in the corner and just gets hit in the back by the 24.
Yeah, Connor Mozak got him.
Just misjudged it.
One side by side on corner entry. Or the 8 just goes up the track. I couldn't tell if it was sparking.
There were sparks behind it. It looked like it shot up the track with sparks behind it.
So I think if we take that replay back to the initial contact, I wonder if that doesn't cut the right front. Because if we watch that same thing. Your screen, let's see what happens. Can't really tell. 51 and 38 just gets both spun around.
Yeah, not sure. They're going to come together on the corner, on the exit, and the 2 just gets up into the 21 and spins him around. That's just a mistake you can't make. These are young drivers. This is the Xfinity Series, and it's about growing and learning, but
I think the leaders are committed.
A little contact right there, the 44 car.
Yeah, Raja,
yeah, in the back of the 91. Josh Balicki.
Power that quarter panel back out and fix that, but nonetheless a great run for Caden Honeycutt, but Tyler Young's guys are going to have a little bit of work to do before we race tonight.
And to watch it go away. Oh, Dean just couldn't get to the bottom.
Yeah, Jack had already gotten to the outside wall and was sliding back down the racetrack. When Dean came along, Dean had committed to the middle, to the top of the racetrack, tried his best to...
These days are to get to this point and it's over before it even starts.
Yeah, it was a bottom of 3 off of 4, and it just gets so tight here. You know, it's just so hard to do that and blow out a tire at a bad spot too. And Jack Wood getting caught up in it, that stinks. The first time he had some more damage and it just didn't.
Yeah, there it goes.
Didn't get it fixed. Oof. It's 2. That's a pretty hard hit. You know, there. That's a bad angle. And
look back here at exactly what happened.
Ooh.
The 31, Tim Goulet, that just had a few issues tonight. This is the choose camera. We're not using the choose here.
It's kind of odd.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened.
And it's just been downhill since. Here's the restart.
Yeah, you see Frankie into the back of Tony Brightinger. Nothing any of those drivers could do.
Parece ser o Denis Navarro.
Exatamente.
Denis Navarro vem pro box também. Gaetano espreme ali no S, aí não cabe todo mundo.
Não saí do ar, não. Mas
então tá bom.
Foi boa.
Seguimos no ar aqui com a Stock Car no Stock Car Channel. Caiu tudo aqui em cima dos nossos monitores, mas tá tudo certo. A gente segue e você vai revendo aí. Quem sabe faz ao vivo, né, rapaz? Problema no pneu pegando na carenagem. Olha só o Tony Canan aí, ó.
Ah, tá explicado. Foi. Essa foi na referência do Tony.
Gaetano acertou a barreira de pneus da curva 1.
Já demoraram o fim de semana inteirinho, né?
É. O Paparelli tentou o mergulho aí. Que é isso, rapaz?
Meteu o louco, cara.
Não, aí pra mim faltou freio. Eu vou defender o Paparelli nessa. Pra ir assim, reto na barreira de pneus do S. Bedani consegue defender muito. E aí tem o toque. É o famoso Wii. E o Grigatti sai de novo aqui da pista, ó, já corta ali o traçado do S. O mesmo acontece com o Vitor Andrade. O Sansana aqui já vai mergulhando na grama, já esparrama e aí já tem piloto para fora da pista.
Para ultrapassar é no final da reta oposta. Opa.
Olha o toque aí do Enzo Falquete com o Augusto Freitas e aí foi para a barreira de pneus ali o Enzo Falquete.
E acabou com
da categoria Elite com a Taline, com o Thiago Rizzo, com o Léo Martins. E o Grigatti aproveita, dá um mergulho por ali com o Sansana que pega a barreira de pneus e aí quebrou a suspensão dianteira.
Exatamente. E a melhor volta quem tem ela agora.
E olha só o que aconteceu aí, uma panca no carro do Vitor Andrade, hein?
eles estão transmitindo para todos vocês que estão assistindo muita, mas muita competitividade, muito arrojo.
Olha só, o Bruno Testa está penalizado em 5 segundos e temos também o carro do Thiago Riberi penalizado em 40 segundos pelo toque. Essa última volta, aí a penalização, o lance que originou a penalização de 40 segundos para o Thiago Riberi, né? Pois é, e aí a gente vai observando, né, as imagens recuperadas. Olha só, o Léo Martins aí na disputa com o Rizzo foi pro muro, uma panca forte também ali. A gente tinha o Jorge Frias ali à frente dele, ele vai tirar para não bater na traseira, bate na barreira de pneus e capota. Essa é a imagem que mostra então o motivo.
Martin Henkel gør det han skal, holder sin plads, ingen panik der. Øj, der er andre der går.
Ej,
Nej.
Var der lige en påkørsel her?
Det var som synkronsvømning, det var nøjagtigt det samme, de gjorde sidst. Og den var der ikke helt. Så får de vippet Ole Petersen rundt. Og hvem bliver ellers fanget her? Det var her, Ole Petersen gjorde det. Det var ikke sådan, Ole Petersen gjorde. Frederik Nymark, du så forkert.
Folk holder mere eller mindre altså deres positioner fra løbet. Og så er der kraftig røvvikling herfra, og der er brand nu i Mathias H. Jensens. Vi har fat i branden her. Den minder lidt om den, vi havde på Ring Djursland, hvor det var så Nikolaj Nygaard Pedersen, som det gik ud over.
Det er temmelig meget, det dæksgrupper på. Så er der berøring igen, og den her gang bliver han skubbet ud.
Bedst igennem den dobbelte venstre, men der er altså også lidt knupperi her længere nede, hvor det er så den. Så har vi så René Dueholm, vi har start nummer 24. Vi har i hvert fald Oscar Woods. Og så er der lidt ballade her mellem
Storm Stacey on the Starline Kawasaki unfortunately came to nothing when he crashed out at the end of, firstly by Leon Haslam, and unfortunately we saw Luke Stapleton on the deck as he lost the rear.
Out of turn one. There was a crash early on, unfortunately, for the Honda rider Tom Neve for the podium places. Things didn't go much better for the Honda team either. On lap 4, Franco Bourne crashing out at Lodge Corner. And there was a biggie also for Jack Kennedy. Had some speed. There was a fall for Michael Dunlop. Further down there was a fall for Dow Racing Kawasaki rider Braden Elliott.
Into third position. It was a good start to the race for Rhys Irwin, but not so for Thomas Strudwick on the Binch Yamaha. But unfortunately it was not to be. Some riders ended up going down the road in a big way. That was Owen Mellor on the Nikos GP2 machine. Thankfully he was up and on his feet. And then we lost Jamie Perrin from the front group, who was very close behind. He sent it up the inside of Irwin, but took them both out at the Shell Oils hairpin, leading the way. Then there was drama coming in towards Cascade. 3 riders coming together, 1 ending up in the gravel trap, 2.
There was a fall for Fraser Rogers on his return to the championship 2 years on
the opening lap, and then a crash later on really put pay to what was a disappointing. Always going to come down to the final stages between these two, as their best spectacularly crashed out at the Hislop chicane. No points on the board to hit the front for the first time, but there was drama just a couple of laps later. Walker went down and Lewis Jones also crashing out in sympathy. 2 separate incidents at the same point on the circuit.
Shot of the season, Balander was in there in second, Seaworth third, Geiser tipped out of 4th place here, and that allowed Romain Febvre through, but all eyes on the battle at the top end of the championship. All of a sudden, Febvre's race started to unravel. The MX2 Rem qualifying race, Liam Everts, title contender, went down with his teammate Sasha Coonan. And then just halfway around the first lap, Latta lost the front end on a downhill. He would eventually come home in a very respectable 12th place though. She come home in 8th despite losing a couple of positions mid-race. Kai de Wolf, not the welcome return from injury that he wanted. He fell from 14th, eventually came home in 19th. And then Everts, as he was challenging a slower rider ahead of him, a couple of laps later, he tipped out of that 5th position, remounted in 11th, and would eventually come home in 7th. Langenfelder with his 10th Vauxhall shot of the season, closely followed by the wild card, Valerio Latta. Lucas Coonan went down. He had one hand on the trophy. 4 laps to go. Liam Everts crashed out hard at 5th position, and that was the championship done and dusted